keep showing up, and I'ma keep showing up. And do you want it bad enough? I'ma keep showing up, showing up.
Welcome back to my channel, my crystal kings and queens. So I have to get this out here. Okay, it is currently 9:18 on June 16th. Today is Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of the men out here that are taking care of their children, that are just being the strong men that you know, we as women know you can be. Also to the single mothers out there who are the only parent in their child's life, happy Father's Day to you as well. But just wanted to put that out there. But I am like really getting really hot. I'm hot right now. I can't believe what's happening, what's been happening. I need to, y'all might be tired of even just me journaling about this. Like, for whatever reason, I can't stop. I cannot stop. I'm like, what is this light back here flickering? Okay, anyways, it's like when I'm not trying to, I non-intentionally just kind of end up doing it, aka meditating with my golden healer. So let me just let you all in on like this whole thing. First and foremost, I had to literally just kind of write all this down because it was so unexpected, very vivid, and I'm still like coming back into myself from this experience. Like, I literally just kind of got out of my meditation maybe about, if even, 30 minutes ago. Okay, but I had to write it down. First and foremost, I cleansed my crystals today. Just kind of spent some personal time with them. I got a little not really tired, but I just kind of laid down. I had a headache at the start of the morning, but that subsided very quickly after I just kind of ate and just decompressed myself a little bit. But I cleansed or cleaned my golden healer, and I kid you not, after, you know, I had finished cleaning it, I set it down where I set all my other crystals just kind of to dry for a little bit. When I went to pick it up, now if you can recollect, in my last video I mentioned that when I pick up my golden healer, I can only pick it up with my left hand, and I only hold it with my left hand. Now in meditation, sometimes I'll just, or the second time or the second night that I meditated with the golden healer, instead of keeping it in my left hand, my left, you're right now, I placed it in my right hand just to see if there was any difference of sensations, experience, encounter, what have you. Needless to say, back to today, I went to pick up my golden healer and I picked it up with my right hand. Tried to hold it with my right hand, okay? Mind you not, I don't ever pick it up with my right hand, only my left hand. So after doing so, I kid you not, I can't tell you if it was the way I grabbed it, if it was the way I was holding it, if it was just me trying to feel, you know, each and every part or, you know, depth of the crystal, you know, to its entirety, you know, of the golden healer. But I have up to right now, my hands are very sweaty because I'm like literally on edge, extra antsy and excited to just explain this. But my right hand right now, oh, and it burns so bad, literally has about 10 different cuts on it just from picking this crystal up. I have not done anything. I cleansed my crystal and everything was fine. I'm clearly aware of what I'm doing, and I'm very cognizant of how I'm handling my crystals. So I know it was not at that moment. But picking it up after I cleansed it with my right hand, trying to hold it, I have 10 cuts on my right hand. No lie, no joke. Can't make it up. My hand is burning. I've been like trying to hold every cold crystal I can, cold water, cold rag. I'm probably just put some Neosporin on it after I, wash my hands again with some more soap. But needless to say, 10 cuts on my right hand, okay, after picking it up. Just mentioned on my last video, I never pick it up or hold it with my right hand. And now, what do you know, today, boom, that happens. Next, okay, into meditating with my crystal. I laid down, cleared my space and everything. Or I'm sorry, before I did it, I had a very, very personal, and spiritual moment with my golden healer before going into meditation. I won't go into what I did or the conversation with myself, you know, between myself, God, and the crystal, but I went into a very personal spiritual moment and before I meditated. So after doing that, laid down, I put a cover over me, and I literally just transitioned. Like, that was it. As soon as I closed my eyes, that was the beginning of everything that I'm about to explain. The very first feeling that I got, had to write it down, mind you not, was a buzz in my left wrist. Don't know where it came from. Well, can't say I don't know where it came from. Obviously, it came from the golden healer. When I meditate, y'all. I'm sorry, like, this is some real deal stuff for real, okay? When I meditate with my golden healer in my left hand, always. So the buzz that I felt in my wrist was in my left wrist while holding this golden healer, okay? It was like a real instant bazinga is how it felt. Like, I don't know if you all watched The Big Bang Theory, but Sheldon always uses that word, bazinga. Like, it felt like a bazinga moment, okay? Next, oh my God, like, oh, it's just so freaking much. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. And then I feel like I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all, but my right hand is like stinging right now. You have no idea. Like, it's that itch kind of sting. Oh, and I forgot to mention, like, even now, like, trying to pick my golden healer up with my right hand, I could feel my teeth, like, it instantly clenches up, okay? And my body instantly tenses up. Like, I have to, like, release myself. Like, I have to do one of those type of, you know, I have to have one of those type of moments with myself. Like, let it go. Like, you have to let it go. That's how I feel. That's what I'm telling myself. And then, of course, you know, I got to get it from up out of my right hand, or move my right hand from over it. Like, I have to. Otherwise, that clenching of the teeth and tensing of the body is the most non-exaggerative feeling that I get when I do that, okay? Moving on. The next thing that happened was a very hot and cold temperature fluctuation. Now, it was not throughout my entire body. It was only on the outside, only on the outsides of my palms, both left and right. So it was like cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. And I would feel both cold, hot on my left, and then it would go to my right, and then my left, then my right. It was like as if it were playing tag with, you know, one another, and it was just fluctuating, cold, hot, hot, cold, cold, hot, hot, cold, and it just kept going on and on. But it wasn't like that thing that makes my hands sweaty or makes my entire body temperature change. It was only happening to the outer portions of both my left and right palms. I don't even know. Like, I just don't know. Moving on. The next thing, the biggest thing that I felt like, the biggest thing that made me realize, like, something bigger than myself is happening here, is once I close my eyes, once I close my eyes and I begin feeling, all of this, immediately the next feeling that I felt was as though it felt like, you know, that pulsating feeling, that heartbeat type of sensation. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like that feeling that you'll get in your hands, or for some of us that, you know, for some of us that may experience that type of sensation when we're holding our crystals or trying to feel its energy to see if the crystal is right or not for us. Yeah, I was getting that heartbeat sensation, just boom, 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 boom. And it wasn't just in my left hand that I was feeling it. It was into my right, and then just all over, just a big plethora of just sensations just kind of overtook me, just overwhelmed me. I felt like I felt like I was the center of attention. I felt like I was the source of the entire, like, of the sense. I don't even know. Like, I just felt like I was the complete and direct source of all energy that was being put out, that was receiving. Like, everything that I was feeling, I felt as though I were that. I felt as though I were the heartbeat. Like, I was it. I was the heart. I am the heart. That's how I felt. Like, there's no other way to describe that. So, that was that feeling. Like, and immediately just thinking about it, like, the first picture that comes to mind is me being in this black space and my jade crystal heart. I feel as though that's just a minor replica of what I'm trying to explain. Like, the anatomy, you study the anatomy. Even if you don't study the anatomy, go and research what the human heart looks like. That's what I became in that black space. Okay, that's all I that's all I know how to, that's all I got. Okay. Moving further, the tingling sensation. So the tingling sensation came back. It did start in my fingertips, all over. Just, I had the twinkle fingers, twinkle toes, all of that. Like, just tingles everywhere. But this tingle sensation was so different than what I'm used to feeling, and so different than the tingle sensation that I was feeling prior, that I've mentioned in my previous videos talking about this golden healer. So this tingle sensation felt as though it were like, it started out as like a pins and needles type of sensation, almost as if, like, this is gonna sound really harsh, but it was almost as if I were being cut into, like, just like a very non-invasive cut, a very non-invasive opening, as though it began as a surgical procedure. Like, that's the only way I know how to explain this. So that's how it started, and then the tingle sensation became lighter and lighter. It seemed as if it like a cute tingle. It was so light, so subtle, that it was cute. It was just almost cute. It didn't scare me any. It was just like, okay, just kind of let it overtake me, and just, you know, let it take me where, you know, where it may. I can't even get myself together. Just let it take me where it wanted to. Just, I was just gonna go where it led me and end up where I may. That's all I got. So that's how the tingling sensation started, and then from there it traveled like the speed of, what they say, the speed of lightning. That's exactly what it did, instantaneously, just all throughout my body, just everywhere, up, down, left, right, side, just everywhere, down to the tips of my toes, like sole of my feet, armpits, arms, elbows, like everywhere that you can possibly think. It took all kinds of directions, and it was so light, it was so profound, it was so potent that it it felt so magical and so surreal. It felt so nice, so freaking nice. It's insane. Like, I don't even know. Like, Jesus, like, the best way that I can describe that tingle feeling, it's like, I, you know, like, sometimes, like, if a part of your body is about to go numb, you know it's about to go numb when you start feeling that really antsy type of tingle. Well, it was almost as though it were that, but again, it was just a lot lighter. It was more pleasing, a lot more tolerable. It was a different type of sensation. I don't really know how to explain it without sounding really twisted and awkward. So we're gonna move on from that. But that sensation in itself, overall, just period, point blank, I felt it in my blood, like in my blood to the core. Okay, next page. Y'all, like, this is something else. I just can't. So the epitome of me, like, I felt like I connected with my soul, with my spirit. Like, I transitioned so deep. I traveled so deep, so far, so fast, so quick. It's insane. Okay. Let me get to what I'm. Okay, yeah, here, like I wrote, transition. I transitioned. I felt like I was transitioning from my external self into the core of my internal being. Like, I was meeting, I felt like I was meeting my spirit. You know what I mean? Whether being in this black space, like, I melted into a black space, a black abyss, but it was so serene. It was very surreal. It was so calming. It was unlike anything that I've felt. And while in this calming, serene state, it was like I knew I would see light. I knew, you know, I had to travel through this dark point just to get to the light of the entire moment. Like, I was ready. I was excited, anxious, just I wanted to see what it was going to be. Like, it was just a temporary black abyss. Like, you know, you got to go through the tunnel to get to the end. You know what I mean? And that's exactly how it, I don't know. That's exactly how it happened. I don't know. But yeah, I felt like I was transitioning from my external self into my internal being, just kind of melting, like, just, I melted into this space, and I was okay with that. I heard such peaceful whispers. I don't know what was being said. I don't know. I don't know, okay? Just calm whispers to the left, to the right, in front of me, behind me. That sounds really crazy, really insane. It sounds a bit paranormal, but no lie, no joke. This is some for real stuff, and this is happening. This has been happening. This is just so much bigger than me. I have no words. Each time I become more and more speechless after every session with this crystal. I don't even know. Gosh. Okay, so yeah, back to this space, this serene black abyss. Hearing all the whispering, I also felt like when I kind of melted into this space, I felt my external being, my physical body jump. Like, it was just a quick jump. Like, that's what it was. That's what it felt like. But the message that came from that was as though my body were communicating with my spirit, or confirming, okay, hey, we're transitioning. It's briefly, and it's, you know, it's very brief. It's very temporary, but we want to let you know that this is what's happening, but we'll be back. Like, that's the message that came. That's what I felt like. I was not alarmed. I wasn't scared. Like, I was okay. But I felt myself fall deeper and deeper, like melt deeper and deeper into the space that I was in. Moving through this, it was just, I was just so far. I was so far in. Again, like I said, I was so deep that like what felt like a good maybe 30 minutes to me. Well, I don't even know how long. Like, I don't even know how long I was meditating, because 1 minute I was just very cognizant. I was aware. I was awake. The next minute I closed my eyes and I'm in this space. I'm in this abyss. Seeing, you know, all that I'm seeing, feeling all that I felt, just as though it were really happening to my physical being. Like, I wanted to just kind of pinch myself, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this can't be real, but it was happening. It was real. It was very exciting. It was exhilarating. I'm like, how is this possible? The sun, the light, the golden light that I'm seeing outside of, like, this really awesome white light, you know, far at the end of or like in little random parts of this abyss. Like, how is this possible? You know what I mean? Like, I can't comprehend. I can't wrap my mind around it. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm not crazy, or that I'm not tripping, and like that this is on some for real stuff. So anyway, needless to say, coming back to the moment, what woke me up, or what kind of, you know, snatched me out out of this meditation was question my cat. My cat, he jumped onto my bed and kind of just tiptoed his way, crawled his way up near my chest, and he just kind of posted himself there. He laid there, he rested on me, and then what the internet calls it making biscuits, basically what kittens do when they're trying to get milk from their mom, is they'll press on their mom's you know, I guess breast region, or where they get the milk from. They'll gently press, just back and forth to, you know, to receive or retrieve that milk from them. So that's what Question was doing. He had laid near my chest, really close to my face. Like, he was so close to my face with his cute little self, and he just lightly pressed on my chest, and that snapped me out of it. It pulled me out. It withdrew me from the moment. And it was like, it wasn't like immediate, but it was so much so that it was like, when you're doing yoga, they say, when you have your rest time after you've done all kinds of poses and whatnot, they have you lay down at the end, or from the sessions that I've gone to, they have you lay down and just kind of regroup. And you lay there for a good 5 minutes, or however long it takes you to just kind of regather yourself, regather your being, let your body become one again. You lay there, and then, you know, when you feel like you can arise, then you get up, you know, you do just that. So I felt like it was one of those moments where I was given the opportunity to regroup, regather myself, you know, my mind, my thoughts, my spirit, my feelings, my emotions, like every part of my being. I was able to just kind of slowly transition back into my physical, while Question was just doing this on me, as though, hey, wake up, it's time to get up. And it was such a cute moment. I I loved every minute of it. It was beautiful. It was just so great. It was so amazing, so freaking amazing, unbelievable. Now I've said, and I keep saying it, that I just need to find out. I need to find out like what's really happening with between me and this golden healer. Like, why now? What has changed? What's different? And one of our lovely family members, Jonathan, bless your heart. I love you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for all of your comments and your encouragement, your motivation. Probably don't even know I'm shouting you out, but here we are. And I hope I am saying it right. So he was saying, you know, just as I had mentioned, maybe I wasn't ready for this crystal at the time. And I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my previous video, my last video that I just did, the part 3 to the, you know, experiencing this crystal energy type of thing. I was saying maybe I wasn't ready to receive it yet. Maybe it wasn't that, you know, it wasn't my time. And, you know, that was made in agreement with, you know, a few other people as well. And it was just like, is that, you know, was I not mature enough for me to have received this crystal at the times that I was not thinking about it, that I gave no thoughts to it and really didn't even know it existed, you know what I mean, up until me purchasing that crystal. I mind you not, I mentioned in my crystal shopping video that I had seen that crystal, the same crystal that I bought. It had been in the store for over a month and a half or so, and no one had ever bought it. I'm pretty sure all kinds of people touched on it or whatever the case was. I even picked it up and put it back down, but I didn't even get it back then. You know, it took me some time to get it. So my thing is like, what changed? What's different? Why now? You know what I mean? And I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to find the common denominator. Like, what is it about this crystal? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I need to do research. I just need to read up on it. I need to figure this thing out. I get on Google. I start, you know, reading, you know, bits and pieces here and there about it. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, this kind of makes sense. But then I just put it down. Like, I don't pay it no attention, because I'd rather me learn, you know, for myself what exactly is happening. You know, I'd rather know the crystal's properties or characteristics or qualities. I'd rather know it for myself. I'd rather experience it for myself. You know what I mean? I don't want my mental to be conformed, you know, to what I've already previously read. I don't, you know, I just don't want that to happen. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But ultimately, our psyche has everything to do with when, you know, people mention something, we conform our mind to, you know, gravitate to what they're saying. So what they're saying, we look or we expect for those feelings and emotions to happen. We expect, you know, to visualize those things or to see it, you know, at the forefront of you know, where we're at or just, you know, what's happening at the current time. So long story short, just to kind of push that to the side, I just wanted to experience the properties of this crystal for myself without being led by anything else or told by anyone else, except the experience that I was to have with it. You know, what it wanted to show me, what this golden healer wanted me to learn and know about it. Okay, so all of that to say, I finally pulled my one of my crystal books out, and I don't know if any of you know about this book. This is definitely non-spun, but it is a really great read, a really great book. I'm like, I probably should put it over here, huh? But yeah, this is kind of my go-to after I've had my own personal moments with the crystal. Not to confirm but to see if anyone else has experienced anything, and also to see if the darn crystal is even in the book, okay? Because, you know, some books are a bit outdated than others, more outdated than others. But I wanted, oh gosh, I wanted to pull this book out just so I can understand, okay, am I tripping or like what, okay? Like, what is it? So, no lie, you all. No lie, no joke. This is my very first time reading it. Like, I started reading this after I came out of meditation, and I said, you know what, let me put this down, because if I run into any points, I'm not going to be able to make them on the camera. Like, I need you all to hear what I read, okay? So the points that I just kind of picked out before I stopped reading, I'm going to read to you, okay? So as for the golden healer quartz, keywords: pure golden ray of spiritual light, self-healing, Christ consciousness, elements: earth and fire. I'm an earth element. Chakras, all right. So the person that wrote it, I guess Robert Simmons, he stated that when he meditated with this crystal, he felt strong waves of pleasurable energy. So strong waves of pleasurable energy came in through my hands and swept through my body. Boom. Point number one. I may not have worded it, you know, as such, but that's exactly that hits it on the nail. Exactly what I was experiencing. Exactly to the core. Next. At first, the waves moved up to the head, and my skull felt awash in a delicious, energetic nectar. Oh my goodness. If that does not describe, if that does not reflect this crystal, I have no single clue or idea what does. That is the best description ever. It's such, first of all, the crystal looks yummy, period, overall. But the experience, you want more. It makes my mouth water. Like, it's so odd and different and so great. It's such a succulent crystal. It's a succulent experience, a very sensual and intimate experience. It's a delicious experience. Like, I can't get enough of it. But a delicious, energetic nectar, boom, the epitome of the entire crystal. Okay, moving on. As I said longer, the loving currents entered my heart area, and my beating heart responded to them, thumping in my chest as if in glad greeting of what had entered. At the beginning of this video, or somewhere in the midst of it, I told you all I felt like I was the center of a heartbeat. I felt like I was the heartbeat. I cannot make this up. I can't make this up. I just can't make this up. I felt like I was the source. I was the reason. I was the heart. And through me was an outpouring of a heartbeat, was the life. I was what gave it life. It was what gave me life. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I was the heartbeat at that moment. Okay, moving on, because it gets better and better. When I asked the being of the golden healer quartz about its nature, it answered, I am the golden one, the divine messenger, the one who rides upon the current of divine fire, the one who delivers the divine fire. What you feel is the golden fire from the heart of the universe. Asking the stone about the nature of its mission in the world, I was shown a beautiful image of a gold white spire of light touching the earth and uniting with an unseen point in the sky. Keyword golden light. Gold white spire of light. In my part 2, I mentioned that I saw a white light with what appeared to me the sun in the background. Gold. It was lit up. It was magnified in a golden appearance. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay, so on to the next. I was shown a image of a golden sun. The sun that I was mentioning, that was there. In my part 2, I mentioned I saw a sun. Even in tonight's meditation, just seeing that light, seeing, the golden appearances, within that white light, just the sun overall. This is just a really huge part of it. It is just everything. The golden healer crystals are attuned to the gold white ray of spiritual fire, which is the same as the light many of us feel connected to and which we endeavor to ground here on earth. I received another spoken message from the stone. It said, I can aid in the healing of your bodies, and this is very good, but I can also work with you to heal the world, and that is much better. Okay, point here, the healing of my body. I don't know. I don't even know if I had mentioned it. Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I did. That I felt the tingling sensation throughout my body. Like I felt it in my blood. Even while being in that, serene abyss, the tingles, I could still feel all throughout my body. Going just everywhere, all throughout my entire body. Even, feeling the motions of it just kind of surpassing me or just passing by me while I was in that black abyss. You know what I mean? Like you can't see it, but you can hear everything. I could feel everything. It was just so different. Gosh, I feel like I'm gonna miss something or I'm gonna forget to say something, and I really hope not, because this is just already a long video and I'm so sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But I really wanted you all to know this. Like this is my way of journaling. You don't have to watch it. You can. I just really want to get it out here. I want to share it with you all, like, because it's just so serious to me. Okay. Moving on. Then I saw an image of people holding golden healer crystals, each person glowing with golden light, and among them formed a web of light that grew to enclose the whole earth. Forgive me for my reading, y'all. I'm still trying to come back, okay? But the point I wanted to make with that statement in itself is the fact that in my part 2 video, I did mention that when I sat up, the immediate image that came to me was a white light with like either the sun in the background or the white light being magnified or lit up by the golden this golden appearance, this golden, flash of light. I mean, I have no idea how to really put it in order for you to receive it the way I'm trying to give it. But when that happened to me, I saw immediately 5 of my loved ones that had already passed. Now, they were not holding golden healers, but I was holding the golden healer, and they came to me in this white light, and they were all smiling at me, with me, just basically internally sharing a message with me as though I was doing very well. I was headed in the direction I'm supposed to, just congratulating me, being proud of me, just, letting me know that I am worthy, I have value, I'm beautiful. I felt so many internal messages being transferred into me. It was just so beautiful. So I wanted to make that point. Let's move on. That was as far as I got before I was like, okay, you know what? Nuh-uh. I need to record this. So let's just kind of move on. I'm gonna skim and scan, and then if I feel like I found something that you know, kind of clicks with me, I'll let you, you know, or I'll let you in on it. Okay, well, this shows me that the mission of the divine messenger expressing through the golden healer is to facilitate the fulfillment of the joint destiny of the earth and humanity, the co-creation, of earth. Y'all forgive me. The co-creation of the earth as a planet of light. Okay. On more mundane levels, I highly recommend golden healers. I don't know why I can't seem to say this word properly. Golden healers to anyone who is interested in healing self or others, working from the innermost center of one's being to the outer layers of the material body. This is how these stones want to work with us. Golden healer quartz can be helpful in all parts of the body through its infusion of spiritual light. It resonates most readily with the heart. Boom. That's why I've been feeling like this. That's why I felt like I was the heart, the source, okay? And can work as a vibrational catalyst for healing the heart, lungs, and circulatory system. In their highest capacity, golden healers give access to Christ consciousness. Y'all know, some, you know, it may make, you know, some feel a type of way, but out of all respects, you know, I don't negate any religions, any beliefs, what have you. But you all know my belief system, my spirituality, and Christ conscientious is exactly where I am. That's who I am. Okay? Totally lost my spot. There it is. This is to be viewed not only as the attainment of a single human being 2,000 years ago, but as the innate capacity of each human being. When we are perfected through total surrender to the light, a surrender which is not passive but infused with the conscious, focused intent of every atom of one's being, our awareness opens to a golden realm, and we become the living vehicles for the gold Christ light to enter the world. Golden healer quartz crystals vibrate to the frequency of this golden realm and aid one in attuning to it. Man, this is some really good stuff. You hear me? Oh my God. Okay, so, you know, there's key points that help you just kind of really resonate with the crystal. So the first one is spiritual, and this is its layout for it. Spiritual aspect. As pure stones of the golden ray, golden healer quartz crystals aid in drawing the highest spiritual light into the human being and into the earth. They can initiate one's connection to Christ's consciousness. Next point, which is the emotional state. Golden healer quartz brings an emotional tone of joy into one's life, helping one to feel inner joy regardless of outer circumstances. Third point, which is physical, the physical self. Golden healer quartz naturally resonates for self-healing of the heart, lungs, and circulatory system. However, its golden light can infuse any area of the body and act as a catalyst for healing. The last and final point, which would be the affirmation. I awaken to the pure golden light within myself and in all that is. I dedicate my will to the actualization of the golden light in all of humanity and all of matter. Yo, this is such a great moment. I'm grateful to be able to experience it. It's just so great. It's been beautiful. It's lovely, and I only hope to continue to just grow and go further and further into this, so that I know, you know, so that I may be aware of its messages to me. Okay. Y'all don't understand. This is like real deal for me. Like, this is serious. This is everything. This has just been great. Also, I wanted to mention, like, my last video when I was mentioning that when I had just kind of minorly meditated with the golden healer, I was feeling a spiral, that wasn't right, a spiraling sensation around my arm. It was the mystic blue light, but it was almost like like the fairies, the pixie dust that comes from the fairies when they're flying, that just kind of goes trickling off of them, or falling in random cool awesome places and makes things grow and be vibrant and all that wonderful good stuff. Okay, it was like that. It was like a pixie dust, a blue pixie dust, just kind of swirling across my arm or around my arm. So I just wanted to mention that, because I was like, dang, that's what I should have, that's how I should have explained it, but I didn't really get the chance. But yo, this has been great. This has been amazing. I cannot wait to just kind of, continue further on into this journey. It's been amazing. Sorry, not sorry if you all are feeling a way about me consistently just talking about this. Like, where's the crystals? What's new? No worries. It's coming. But this crystal is taking me on a journey, and it's like, it's not stopping. It's not letting up, and I'm okay with that. So ultimately, I just, I'm just grateful for the experience. That I'm grateful that I'm even worthy to experience it, for this crystal to share its moments with me, and its messages. But yeah, so I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, for rocking with me, for just being here. The continuous motivation and encouragement means the entire world to me. So I hope you all have had a awesome night. I know this is very late, but I am totally posting this like as soon as this is done. Okay, this is getting out there tonight. I don't know. I love you all. I'm grateful for the moment. I don't even know what to say. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. This has been some heck of an experience. But again, I hope you all have had a very favorable day. Again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and to all the single mothers that are doing the darn thing as well. I love you all. Crystal kisses and royal blessings. Mwah.
Keep showing up, and I'ma keep showing up.